It would have been unprofitable. Is he here? Is Null here?
No.
Hi.
Come on in.
I am suppressed. They have me muted.
You rang. Oh my God.
I know.
What is going on here?
Maybe he's here. I'll just try to unmute him.
What is
Null, are you there?
Hi.
No, he's not there. Oh wait, yeah, maybe that. There, is he there?
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How are you?
Well, this month has been pretty good.
Are you exhausted from your victory lap?
Victory marathon.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. I mean, it's been a ride.
It has been a ride. I don't mean to offend anyone by laughing at it, but it's just how else do you treat it?
How did this get out? Honestly, was he hacked by Jack Daniels? Was he?
Yeah, makers. I think
He posted it to prove his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend, to fuck with him. It was entirely malicious. It was entirely by his own hand.
It seems to be the case, Sean.
Then he probably feels okay about it.
Well,
no, or not.
I mean, maybe it backfired a little bit.
Oh.
It seems that his girlfriend was had some kind of some sort of a relationship with a guy.
Yeah.
Like an relationship. You know what I think about those, right?
While they were together?
While they were together, she said a number of disparaging things, and then the guy hosted a stream airing out all of these disparaging things that Ralph's girlfriend said about him.
Yeah.
They were pretty horrific, actually. And then he said that Ralph has never fucked her, and in order to give his side, the other side of the debate, Ralph
gave
DM'd him. That's what it appears like to me. That's what it appears like to me. And whether he intended that to get out for everybody's viewing pleasure, I don't know.
Right.
Liquor has this habit of sneaking up on you and leaving out big holes in your plan that you would otherwise see.
Suddenly realized
he said in the past that he wanted to post pictures of his own dick. He said that multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't. The thing is that I think he's a completely shameless person, and he just wanted to fuck with this chick and this guy because I think he knew at that point that she was not going to come back, and he said while watching the stream because when you said it was like a hack, I thought, I mean, it's hard to tell on Twitter what you're being serious about, but
I'm almost never serious.
I automatically just don't believe hack. Every time I hear hack, I'm like,
I don't
bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna have to prove it was a hack.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna kick you in the ass in a bit.
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Why me?
Well, I mean, I have to be honest. This will probably be my last appearance on the show.
Oh no! Why?
Well, for several reasons. First and foremost, I do not believe you when you say that you didn't tell Riley to kick me off. I just don't believe you.
I saw you saying that on your show. That's why I wanted you to call in. So Noel, to get Sean caught up. Noel, you think that I told Riley you were not welcome because you drive away, quote, big people? Can you say it in your words? I don't want to paraphrase you incorrectly.
Riley's message was that I was the guy at the party that had to be told to leave. And then after that, people got on my case for calling Digibro a pedophile, which he is. And after after I left, I was there until like several people were getting at me, and then one guy started calling me a Karen and a moral fag for fucking with Shadman, because Shadman is also a pedophile who drew pictures of Keemstar's daughter being sucking Trump's dick.
A very controversial and he draws really, really offensive pornography.
Yeah. And people were defending him there, and it's like, I don't want to be in here. I don't want to be around these people, so I left.
Yeah.
And when I told people that it was because Riley asked me to leave, they asked Riley, people who were fans of me in the Discord asked Riley, is that true? And he said, I didn't kick him, but he was making bigger names uncomfortable, specifically Digibro. So I stayed out. And, I mean, you acknowledged it. You tweeted out shit.
Well, why do you think I told him? Why do you think I told him that? I don't tell Riley shit. I don't talk to anybody about the show, not even Sean.
You do pay him, correct?
I pay him to post. Yeah. I pay him a couple. I mean, I'm not going to get into how much I pay him. I pay him to do the YouTube thumbnails, and then he's kind of just really, like, you know him. He's aggressive at networking. I mean, he's good at it. Well, he's good at it, and he's very bad at it. He drives people who are good away from the show by engaging with them in a way that I don't like. But he's also very good at getting new people interested in the show.
Well, he is the booking manager, so when he tells me that I have to be told to leave, I take that as a word on high. And then afterwards, you tweet out like he's employee of the month and shit. It's not the only thing. I mean, this doesn't help. There's other things that I want to mention, but that's like that was like the first strike.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, that was just kind of like what set me off. Because if you don't, I'm sure you know that these people all fucking meet. Ralph, Digibro, their girlfriends and shit, they all know each other, and they're very actively they're very actively hostile towards me all at once. And it's just like, okay, I get when I'm not welcome, and I don't want to show up just to like bitch. I don't want to just sit here and make things about myself and my feelings. The only reason why I am, to clarify, is you did help me with New Project 2, and I know that you were cut up that Asterios and Mumkey didn't come on to talk about what was bothering them. So this is part of what's bothering me, and I feel I owe it to you to at least say what it is. Yeah, okay. Is that a prelude to saying it, or were you in the middle? Were you saying it? I don't want to cut you off.
We said that one thing.
That was one thing.
Well, yeah, I mean that's like the initial incident that really got me thinking about specifically the Ralph appearance on episode 204, which I think was like you call it the anniversary stream because it's 4 years after.
Appearance? Yeah. So
Ralph shows up and he calls me a pedophile, and I listened to it. I listened to the entire thing in preparation for coming on, and I mean, I do feel like it was a setup, and you knew we would fight, and I feel like you intentionally tried to make a spectacle for the anniversary stream.
No, I don't think people like e-drama shit. I was surprised that you guys were resorting to the pedophile argument immediately. Like, watching two grown men call each other pedophiles is only funny to me because I know both of you don't believe that. I think
I did not ever call him a pedophile. I've never called Ralph a pedophile, and I've gone out of my way to explicitly defend him from being.
I take it back then. I misremember. I take it back. Hearing him say it was funny to me because I don't think he believes it. I mean, it's Ralph. Like, I think he's hurt, and like hurt people, they deal with it in different ways. Ralph's very aggressive when he's hurt, and you're kind of the opposite.
My language, when I call Digibro a pedophile, to clarify, I only call someone a pedophile if I think I could shoot them and sleep well afterwards. That's my barrier.
No,
I would not say that about Ralph.
I don't really support that either, bud. Like, I don't think you should be calling Digibro a pedophile, but I'm not you. Like, I'm not going to tell you what to say or not to say.
That's the final thing.
Think that.
The whole shit about Twitter, like, okay, you can make jokes and say awkward shit about Ralph, but I don't think you fully appreciate what you're doing to yourself, and not just to yourself, but to people who associate with you. When you talk about the Lolicon shit and you make jokes about jerking off to Lolicon, and you're tagging in people like Doug Tenaple and Ricada, who are conservative Christians who would not appreciate that. You don't understand that this never goes back into the box. It's like a Chernobyl event. You will be already what you've done, already what you've said. You will see those tweets for the rest of your life. 10 years down the road, if you're still doing comedy, you'll see people bringing these things up. And the association
that I'm making jokes about Lolicon, of jerking off to Lolicon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't matter what your legal stance is, what your political stance, philosophical stance, if you find it attractive, not the association is in and of itself toxic. And you can say, well, that's a part of cancel culture. That's whatever you think it is. And you might be right. I'm not going to opine on that. I'm just saying what it has done to me is devastating. Me reaching out, trying to make the legal argument that there's no victims and shit. But I can tell you that the people who jerk off to Lolicon are pedophiles. They are the same people. Because when I hosted 9chan, when I was involved with 8chan, The same people posting hardcore child pornography one day would be using the same trip codes to post lolicon on the lolly boards the next. They are the same people. And I think in particular with Digibro's situation, him and Pantsu are both pedophiles into lolicon. And as I saw with the snake thing, with the zoo sadist, people who have a paraphilia like that, who know each other, are more dangerous than they are by themselves. I think that Pantsu Party and Digibro are not just pedophiles, but I think they're dangerous together. And I think that this picture of Ralph and Riley and Mint Salad and shit hanging out with these fucking people is going to blow up in their face. And when it blows up in their face, it's going to affect you and vice versa. So when that happens, I don't want anything to do with it.
I understand what you're saying.
Is lolicon like that? Sounds like
drawings.
No, but that sounds like a convention.
Yeah, it's It's
like,
a lollipop convention or candy.
No, but I mean, like, is it always animated? Is that
yes. Necessarily, yes.
What's the con stand for?
I don't know. That's like a Japanese word for person, I think. Isn't it? Con?
Yeah,
I don't know.
something like that.
No, do you know?
And you know, it's not always just animated. Like there was specific artists who were arrested because they traced real child pornography. And I know those pictures are out there. I know that they're drawings of real children being raped. Huh?
Yeah. There's a victim in that case.
It doesn't. The thing is, the word pedophile does not mean child molester, but it doesn't have to mean that. You mentioned like it's hate speech because it's thought crime. Like, good. If I had a button to kill every pedophile, I would press it twice just to make sure. I really don't feel bad about Karen farming over child abuse, and I think it's especially as someone who really likes you, I want to go out on a limb and say you have to understand that no matter what okay, the jokes about libertarianism and the roads and chain link and all that shit might work, will work. People will forgive that, like they did on The Biggest Problem. 99% of the people who listen to your podcast will hear you defend lolicon, and it does not matter. You can be 100% right. The argument is repulsive to a normal person.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to go down. I've been writing down some of your points so I can address them in turn. I hear your concern. That is what I hear from you. I understand that you want to distance yourself from it as an act of self-preservation.
Well, everybody does.
I understand.
If you're uncomfortable to a certain, everybody has a different level of comfort and what they want to associate with.
Yeah,
and I completely understand that.
Yeah, the jokes I will never stop doing. I'm committed fully for the rest of my life to getting pursued by bad jokes or any kind of joke.
Have you made jokes about like pedophilia and child molestation and shit in the past?
You know what? Well, I mean, definitely.
Shit, I'm sure.
I made one at the beginning of the show. I said a public school teacher was just sizing me up to be raped.
Yeah, I'm sure I've done it too.
And by the way, no, that is the most acceptable type of joke to make in Hollywood. Like if we're talking about reputation and getting burned over jokes, you can tell 10 million jokes about child molestation. They will give you a free. They don't even blink. But you tell one joke. If I told a joke about my own race, that would get me kicked out.
You're talking. I mean, get the fuck out of LA then. And I think the audience of people at comedy clubs in LA and online are different. The general population cannot be defined by anecdotes in LA. LA is a fucking shithole.
Yeah, I think that if we're talking about actual pedophiles, the world is run by an elite pedophile ring. So, like, this is
the elite don't fund you. The elite don't fund you. The random guys who listen to you while trucking around the U.S. are the people who fund you. Don't shit where you eat. Those people will not. The fucking guys who listen will not find this Chad. A lot of people want to hear. Like I always compare your show to like the guy, the Man Show. Was that it? I was very young when the Man Show was airing, and just that's like a modern incarnation of that. And a lot of guys need like fatherly advice, and I think you fill that role whether or not you think you do or you should. A lot of people listen because they want to hear what they would want to hear from like a father figure, and no one wants to hear a father figure say, yeah, I'm gonna go jack off with lolicon or to lolicon with this fucking degenerate pedophile couple. Like nobody. There is no audience for that.
It was a joke that I told to PPP, like that would be a punishment for, like this would be a big. It's so dumb. This is what I'm gonna do.
So this is a specific thing.
A specific joke that I said, like, yeah, I'm gonna. This is gonna be the big climax of this. Is I'm gonna beat off to Lolly. Obviously joking. I mean, I can't beat off.
There's more than one joke. I understand that it's a joke, but like I said, it is like Chernobyl. It is something that will never clear up. Maddox is going to be fucking compiling this.
I'm not afraid of getting. I'm not afraid of getting canceled for comedy or getting canceled for thought crimes. I'm just not afraid of it, man.
Yeah.
Like at this point, if I don't know what they're going to take from me.
Well, that's where
it's
you're
nothing, and everybody who supports the show knows that I will absolutely always draw a line between thought and action, always. And specifically, you said the Christian guys like Doug and Nick. I promise you that the most Christian thing to do with actual pedophiles is to realize that they're in a tremendous amount of pain, and that even if they want to, they cannot control their addiction, and to continually call them scum and that you're going to fucking kill them is just going to make them kill themselves. And I know that you might think that's a good thing, but it is not loving. Like Jesus Christ would say, look, I understand that you're dealing with an incredible burden. We've got to keep you away from kids. We're all working together to keep you the fuck out of the public education system, to keep you the fuck out of church, and for you to let everybody know that we can't let kids around you, but you are still suffering an ungodly amount of pain, and it's not fair. It's not fair that people.
If an animal is in pain, you put it down, Dick. You don't fucking rehabilitate it. You don't try and give it morphine for the rest of its life. There is no value in keeping Digibro alive. He has nothing to give anyone. He is a threat to children and a complete fucking waste of everything else that he consumes.
There is value in all life. Like, there is value in everyone's life. Digibro, I don't know what happened to him, but I don't understand how you can walk away from that not seeing that he was using Lolly very infrequently, as he says, to put himself in the mind of the small girl. Like,
he openly admits that he's a pedophile, and I don't believe that. I do not believe that he wants to be the little girl. It's just bullshit. It's like it's a nonsense fucking argument. You don't fantasize about being a 3-year-old girl being raped.
Yes,
no.
You do. You don't think
anyone
no. Themselves in the more often than not, when people are watching pornography, they put themselves in the mind of the submissive person. Like, it's not, you're not watching a point of view. It's not like Ralph's sex tape where you're the guy doing the filming. You're watching it and you're hypnotizing yourself like in a movie. Like,
shot on an island of quicksand, apparently.
You're experiencing, when you watch a movie, all of the characters have to be relatable because you are putting yourself into the position of the character. Like, I don't understand how you can say definitively it's not that way for all
untrue. You need at least one character you can associate with, but you do not have to relate to all of them. And I don't watch pornography and consider myself the submissive. I don't know if that's like a Freudian slip or what. No, I do not watch porn and imagine myself getting fucked. I don't watch. I don't. It's not true. That's not reality.
It is messier than you think in your brain. And I'm not saying yours. I'm saying in people's brains, when they're watching pornography, they are it's like a movie's got to have a good bad guy to win, because you kind of want him to win. And then you're happy when he's beaten. Like, the human mind is not as simple as you're making it seem, I don't think.
But do you see what you're doing? In order to even defend this person, you have to put yourself into the shoes of a pedophile, and people listening to that will pick up on that. You can't do it. That's why I say it does not matter how you feel about him as a friend or as a person, if you feel bad for him or not. You cannot associate with an open pedophile, because it will always look bad on you. And normal people.
He's not an open pedophile. He openly has looked at Lolly and enjoys it. He's not a fucking pedophile.
That is pedophilia.
It doesn't make you a pedophile.
It does make you a pedophile. If you are attracted to, if you watch yaoi, if you watch gay men fuck each other, you're probably gay. If you masturbate to anime foot, you're probably into feet. If you masturbate to anime children, you're probably into children. This is not complicated.
What about lesbian porn? Let's go. Are you a fucking lesbian all of a sudden? Or are you putting
the people most into lesbians are cutting their fucking dicks off and becoming lesbians, Dick. Yes. People into lesbian porns are fucking weird.
So watching two chicks get it on with a double-sided dildo makes me a fucking trans woman now, no?
Yeah. Yeah, I think people into lesbian porn are weird. I think that, and you see it a lot with people who go trans. They call themselves transbians. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's weird.
Yeah, I got news for you. The guy driving a truck across the country right now identifies a hell of a lot more with watching lesbian porn and not being called a chick.
I mean, if they do watch that, it's because they want to get in on it. You watch a man fuck a child, and you're thinking, "Oh, I gotta squeeze on into that." You're still a fucking pedophile. The whole fantasy with two lesbian women, it's like I want to have two chicks at once. If you want to have a guy and a little girl at once, you're still a fucking pedophile.
So
you're just
now
a more fucked up one.
When it's lesbians, it's not what meets the eye, you're saying. It's something else. But when it's
there is no way that you can spin a child being raped into something that is not pedophilia. It is not possible.
It's a drawing. It's a drawing like video game violence, like satanic music. It is an artistic representation of something that is meant to appeal to something deeper than the literal elements of your mind. It's a drawing. It's art. That's what it is. Now, there might be overlap. The stats and the Japanese stats around this suggest otherwise. But if you seriously want to keep kids away from pedophiles, keep them out of school because that's where it's happening. If you,
I agree with you. Homeschool your kids. I mean, I agree with you. Homeschool your fucking kids because the public school system is a fucking wreck. But I mean, that doesn't matter. That's a deflection. Who gives a fuck about the public schools? I'm talking about the people who you have in your house and who you have as friends on your show and who you're booting off other guests to make room for who masturbate to children.
I didn't boot you off. I don't give a fuck how big anybody is. I never told Riley to boot you. By the way, you had a number of falsehoods in your video about me. Mint salad. I don't know why everyone fucking cares about mint salad because everyone wants to raise her like their own dad. She was already living out of her house. She was 20 years old when I ever talked to her for the first time about her parents being insane. She had already left the house. If you don't think me encouraging a 20-year-old to leave home is a good thing, then I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. If you're 18, get the fuck out of your parents' house. It's good for your brain for any reason.
I don't know. I from what I heard, she was 18 and you told her to leave her family to go draw shitty furry porn with Riley.
No, it's because you're listening to these fucking people in your forum that are just using you to get back at people they don't like. She was already out of home. She was 20 years old. I didn't do
Nobody
shit.
Nobody is using me. Unless Cameron Clark has a fucking hand up Riley's ass making him talk, nobody has used me.
Riley and Mint are both kids. They're having fun. They're driving around America doing their tour. Look, Riley runs his fucking mouth and drives people away from the show. So did Dustin. So does every single person who ever tries to help with the show. It's constantly me getting involved and saying, stop antagonizing people. Just fucking stop. If you want to antagonize people, go to another server and fuck with them there. But it sounds both ways to me. Like you're calling Digibro a fucking pedophile? You don't think his friend is going to tell you to go fuck yourself?
Because he is a pedophile. The majority of people who listen to this are going to believe that a man who masturbates to pictures of children being raped is a pedophile. You cannot. It's an indefensible position.
It's not pictures of children. It's drawings. You're saying it like which would you rather have on your phone? If you got stopped at customs, would you rather have actual child pornography or drawings of it?
I would rather not be a pedophile and not have child porn on my phone.
Can't answer because it's a good point. You won't answer because it's a good point. Because you know goddamn well
because it's a complete bullshit statement. Which would you rather have in your bag, weed or cocaine? Like I would rather not have fucking drugs in my bag.
But if you had to pick, see how easily I can answer that?
I don't have to pick because I'm not a pedophile and I don't have this shit on my computer, Dick.
It's not experiment though, isn't it? If somebody put it on your computer, which would you rather have?
I mean, I'm not going to answer this question. Because it doesn't have any connection to what I'm saying about Digibro being a pedophile.
John, which one would you have? Which one would you rather have?
The drawing.
The drawing. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
I mean, if I had to.
If you had to. Somebody hacked in like they hacked into Ralph's phone and posted a sex tape.
It's a hypothetical with no connection to Digibro being a pedophile. It's a deflection.
No, it shows that there is a difference, and you know what the difference is. That one is art, that one is a drawing, and one is real. One is horrifying, and
that one is ostensibly more legal than the other. Now, just because the Lolicon law does not get pressed as much as it could be, does not mean that it is not illegal. It definitely is. But I don't find the issue that, I mean, what is the argument now that because it's not illegal, it's not immoral? If the law was that if you, I mean, the law's been wrong all the fucking time. It's continuously fucked up. You know this to be true. How can you defend the United States Code of laws as if it's some kind of a religious doctrine and basis for modern morals? It's not. If the law said that child rape isn't rape if you wear a silly hat, you're not going to say, well, he's wearing a silly hat, he can't be a child molester, he never got convicted. That's fucking stupid.
The law, I think, should try to protect victims, and in the case of drawings, the victim is the artist.
Sure, I agree with you. I don't think it should be illegal. There's several reasons why that I'm not going to get into, but I do believe that people who masturbate to children being raped are pedophiles.
Drawings, though, you got to say the drawing part.
Okay, well, people who masturbate to simulations of child pornography are pedophiles. There, I threw in the word.
I mean, they can imagine it. Like, you can't stop them from just picturing it.
Sure,
well, that's what he's
saying.
But
I'm just saying that his indication that he does do this is in fact proof that he is a pedophile and that his girlfriend or whatever the fuck she is also a pedophile. It is,
and it doesn't. But that also doesn't mean that he would ever act on it with a real, and that's the
does
line
not matter.
I make.
No, I mean, maybe that's Dick's point, but I don't care. I don't want to know these people. I don't want to be around these people. I don't want to associate with these people. And I don't want to associate with people who associate with these people who are into sexually attracted to children.
You have every right to feel that way and every right to do what you want to do to make yourself comfortable. That's that's exactly what. Whatever you feel like you have to do, that's what you have to do. It's your life.
The only thing I had a problem with was the inaccuracies that I told Riley to say. These things because I didn't tell him shit. I never would. I never will. I just say, hey, can you post? The only thing I ever tell Riley is, hey, great, he's got a guy. Awesome. Here's the Discord link. Hey, can you post this thumbnail? But I don't know. I'm sorry that you don't want to associate with me anymore because I like your calls.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you were one of the few people who reached out to help, and I feel really fucked over by this, to be honest.
Well,
because I mean, when you I didn't even mention, but you brought up the forum. I didn't even touch on that. The whole thing about going and instigating shit with the forum, it directly puts me as a point of contention between my own community and you, and accepting money through New Project 2, that really fucked me. Your stupid fucking Twitter account fucked me, Dick.
How did it fuck you?
Because it made all the bullshit that these fucking people spun look plausible when suddenly, after they're making fun of you, you're going to the forum, you're arguing with the forum saying oh, this is full of A-logs. These people should be banned because they're using the forum against you.
I don't think they should be banned. Whatever you want. I just think that I do think that they're A-logs. I do think that they want harm to come to the e-celebrities they don't like. Enough of them. An A-log is somebody that wants to hurt the cow, right? Not milk the cow, but hurt them. Like send them to jail.
A-log was a specific person. He's someone who really got overly angry at someone who they really weren't that much better than. And I don't think that fits the definition. I think that people root against e-celebs. I think that's the nature of e-celebdom, is that you want to see people fall. There's very few people in the Internet Famous Board who you're just constantly laughing at.
Well, that sounds like splitting hairs, but I kind of don't really see how it's a problem that you can't just ignore people in your forum that don't like the way you're running it. Isn't that what you tell other people to do?
Because that's my support base, and if I lose that, I lose everything that I built.
Well, I understand that. I don't know, man. I thought. Can we agree that that the sex tape was funny?
Oh yeah. I'm very happy that Ralph decided to humiliate himself, and I hope he gets completely fucked over by it. I guess that makes me an A-log by your definition. I guess I'm A-logging Ralph right now by prognosticating, by doomsaying. But yeah, I mean, it's what's funny is that I called it, and everything that he did to fuck himself over, he could have avoided by not doing anything. And I'm telling you in the exact same way, close your fucking Twitter account, post your links to your shows, stop having these arguments, because whatever your humor is does not translate into Twitter. Your shit does not work in Twitter. It can be interpreted in 10,000 different ways, all of them negative.
I understand that. I hear your concern. I think Ralph. I hope he lays off the booze a little bit because I think that's what brought him down. That's what's causing him grief. Not necessarily keeping his mouth shut. But I guess we'll see. I'm gonna keep making jokes, man. I'm gonna keep trying to draw a hard line between fantasy and reality. Because
I mean, I can understand the argument, but I can't empathize with like, yeah, these are the people I want to have around me. I just can't.
Well, you don't even have you don't even have to really justify that. Like if that's again, it's your life. When
you can determine the quality of a man by the people that he associates with.
Yeah, try that with Jesus. How did that work on him? It's criminals, and I'm fine trying to help these people. I don't care what people think of the guys I hang around with. And you of all people should know that, running what would be considered one of the scummiest sites on the internet.
Yeah, and I eat a lot of shit for it. Well deserved, but I do not associate with pedophiles because I know well, number one, I don't want to. Number two, it's you cannot thrive with something that toxic. You just can't. I hate the word toxic, but it is a humming radioactive element just sitting in your front yard.
Yeah. Do you host Lolly?
I did for a while, but after I closed, specifically because the people who were posting on the Lolly board kept posting child porn on the main board. During my break a couple months ago, I told the people that were next in line, I'm like, you can either pull this shit off my server now, or I'm closing it until you can, because I'm not doing this anymore. It lasted about 2 months, and I will reiterate that the people who posted the child porn posted the lolicon. They were the same exact demographic. I have no doubt whatsoever that Digibro has looked at, sought after, kept, masturbated to actual pictures of children being harmed. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Well, you should be careful making those claims about people. If they it just might get you sued. That would be if we're giving unsolicited advice to each other, that would be my advice to you. Pump the brakes on the pedophile accusations.
The truth is an absolute defense for defamation, and I believe that a judge will look at the fact that Digibro openly admits to being attracted to Lolicon as proof that he's a pedophile, and will rule in my favor.
I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope none of this would come to this. I wish that you and Ralph had made up on that show. I think he was hurt, obviously, but here we are. We got to move forward. I'll miss you, Noel. I hope you come back someday.
Me too.
Yep. Take it easy.
Bye.
See ya.